Certainly, the numbers of dead just seems to be growing, Anderson. Where do people think that ends up when they finally tally the thousands of people who are at this point just missing? Any order of magnitude to the sense of tragedy, how big this becomes?
You know, officials really haven't said that. There was one police official in Miyagi Prefecture who said he estimated the death toll would go into the tens of thousands, or at least over 10,000. You know, again, that's an estimate. No one really knows, and you really, you know, it's kind of frustrating at this point to not have a greater sense of this. But when you actually go into areas that have been hard hit and you walk in these debris fields, and I mean they're 10, they're 15 feet thick in some cases. You have no idea what is underneath you in these debris fields, what is underneath, how many people may be there. There's simply no way of knowing until they start getting heavy equipment in, and there's no telling. I mean, these things are so thick, there's no telling how long that's going to take. They also, the government here, unlike in a lot of disasters, you know, in Haiti, we saw people just being buried, picked up and dumped into mass graves. I mean, literally dumped. In the wake of the tsunami, they would photograph bodies and then bury people in mass graves. But often the people were so badly, you know, disfigured by the water, it was very difficult to identify somebody, even if you had a photograph. Japanese officials are trying to make sure that they can identify every body that is recovered. But at this point, there's I mean, the mortuaries are full. There's a shortage of body bags, of coffins. So there's a growing situation where they're going to have to figure out what to do with all the people that they have recovered, whether or not they can go ahead and bury them before families are able to be notified. It's just one of the kind of logistical things here, or one of many that they're still struggling with.
All right.